Sorry for the interruption. There was some technical issue, that is why. And we are resuming my talk about Delta plus COVID variant and its effect in kids. So, we are contemplating plus variant should be known to all, and when to follow up immediately with the pediatrician, that should be known to you, right? So cough and loss of smell is a less common symptom in Delta variants as compared to previous COVIDs, and a sore throat, headache, runny nose, and body ache. Okay, and plus some symptoms like diarrhea, abdominal pain. These are more common in the Delta variant, which should be watched out for. A few minutes I would like to talk about MIS in kids. It is one of the dreaded complications of COVID in kids. Otherwise, usually COVID in kids is a very, very mild infection. There are many theories why it is like that. Maybe it's because of the lower immune function in the kids, or because of the vaccines which they have recently taken, etc. But one of the dreaded complications which happens in less than 1% of COVID cases in kids is MIS-C, that is multi-inflammatory system disorder in children. It happens usually 4 to 6 weeks after the child recovers from the original COVID disease, right? It may start as high-grade fever with red eyes, a red or strawberry colored tongue, a rash over the body, swelling or lymph node swellings in the neck, diarrhea, or sometimes more severe cases like the liver function getting affected or even the kidney function getting affected, and the child passes less urine, and so on. So multiple systems in the body may get affected, but there are treatments for that: steroids, immunoglobulins. These can be given after getting the child admitted in a proper hospital. Plus a 2D echo for the heart function needs to be done very essentially in these cases, because sometimes it may affect the arteries of the heart. So that is one thing to watch out for, especially in a kid who has been known to recover from COVID. Now let us go on to a few points about long COVID. Does it happen in kids? So there are a lot of articles which are studying this, but long COVID per se, the term has not been yet well defined. Okay, so there are many things which may happen: headache, loss of sleep or insomnia, loss of appetite, fatigue or feeling tired all the time. Sometimes nowadays we are seeing more of GI symptoms like abdominal pain, that is gut symptoms, diarrhea, etc. So all these should be well watched out for. There may be some mood changes also, but keep in mind that due to the COVID pandemic situation, many kids being cooped up at home may suffer from depressive or mood disorder like symptoms or behavioral problems. So a proper pediatrician and psychologist team may be required sometimes to differentiate whether it is long COVID or it is just a psychological effect of the pandemic. So be aware what is long COVID, and keep in mind that a few weeks or months after COVID, such symptoms may come up and you may seek help as per the symptoms from the pediatrician. Lastly, I would just want to make a very important point. You may have read that the flu vaccine is recommended this year to be given to all children. Okay, the Indian Academy of Pediatrics actually recommends the flu vaccine for all kids below 5 years of age. But especially in the COVID pandemic situation, we are saying why the flu vaccine is so essential is that flu symptoms and the COVID symptoms are more or less similar to each other. High grade fever, cough, cold, and generalized body ache or symptoms are there. So if the flu vaccine is given to kids, many of the kids, maybe up to 50-60%, may be protected from flu or influenza. And once they're protected from influenza, they will have lesser symptoms which are similar to COVID, and hence in many cases the RT-PCR or the COVID test may be avoided in the kid, which is, most of the parents have that intention, right? So yes, please, I would go ahead and give the flu vaccine to your kid if you're not already given. Any child who is less than 9 years of age, they need to take 2 doses 4 weeks apart of the flu vaccine. And any kid who is more than 9 years of age, 1 single dose of the flu vaccine is enough. So till the COVID vaccine for kids, which is under trial in certain parts of the country, actually comes into the market, actually is available for our kids, let us please protect them at least from flu, which has very similar symptoms as COVID, right? So with here, I'm ending my talk. So whether the Delta plus variant, whether the third wave will affect kids or not, we are still, pondering about that. But it is best to be prepared. The healthcare system, the BMC, the government is preparing it at all the levels. And we as you as parents, we as the pediatricians should be aware of the symptoms and how to treat the kids, right? Thank you so much.